Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to delve into a truly critical field of study for anyone in commerce, supply chain management, or SCM. If you've ever wondered how a product gets from a factory maybe halfway across the world all the way to your front door, well, SCM is the answer. It's really the operational backbone of global business, and in this explainer, we're going to cover the core concepts you need to know.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the basics. What is SCM? Then we'll use a simple, practical example, a pizza, to make it tangible. After that, we'll get into the formal definition and its importance, map out the entire process flow, and finally, wrap up by looking at the key strategic goal of it all. All right, let's start with a fundamental question. What exactly is supply chain management? At its heart, it's all about understanding and managing the complete journey of a product, from its creation right up to the end consumer. I want you to just think for a moment about the things you use every single day. Your smartphone, your clothes, maybe even the coffee you had this morning. It's highly likely they didn't originate nearby, right? They often come from all corners of the world. And managing that incredibly complex, global trip is precisely what supply chain management is all about. So, to give it a more formal definition, supply chain management is the coordination and optimization of every single process involved. We're talking about the entire life cycle, from sourcing the raw materials to production, distribution, and finally the delivery of those goods and services to the final customer. It's the whole shebang. Now, to make this abstract concept a bit more concrete, let's use a practical example that I think we can all relate to: a simple pizza. The journey of a pizza is actually a perfect miniature supply chain. You see, it begins with sourcing, getting the dough, cheese, and tomato sauce from different suppliers. Then comes production, which is assembling the pizza itself. Once it's ready, it needs to be distributed or transported. The retail stage is where you, the customer, actually buy it. And very importantly, there's a feedback loop. This is where the business gathers input to see how they can improve. Every one of these steps requires careful management and coordination. Okay, so now that we have that practical example in our minds, let's transition back to the more formal academic framework and really understand why SCM is so critical for any modern business. The central objective of supply chain management can actually be boiled down to what are known as the 5 rights. A successful supply chain delivers the right product in the right quantity to the right place at the right time, and all of this for the right cost. Getting all 5 of those aligned, well, that is the ultimate goal and the constant challenge. And this table really illustrates why SCM matters so much. In our globalized economy, it's essential for managing complex international sourcing. It drives cost efficiency by minimizing waste. It leads to customer satisfaction by ensuring products are available when and where people want them. And when you put all of that together, it creates a powerful competitive advantage. So now, let's put all the pieces together and take a look at the complete SCM process flow, from the very beginning to the very end. As you can see, the process follows a very logical sequence. It starts with sourcing raw materials, then it moves into production. After that, finished goods are typically held in warehousing. From the warehouse, they are distributed to retail outlets. But notice, it doesn't just stop at the sale. The process includes the customer, and most importantly, gathering their feedback. That feedback then informs the entire process all over again, creating a cycle of continuous improvement. To bring our discussion to a close, let's just take a moment to summarize the ultimate strategic goal of everything we've talked about. This statement really says it all, doesn't it? The key objective, the primary mission of any supply chain is to perfectly execute those 5 rights we discussed: getting the right product to the right customer at the right time, in the right place, and for the right cost. So it's helpful to think of SCM not just as a business function, but more like a behind-the-scenes orchestra conductor. It's the force that synchronizes all the different players, suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and retailers, to make sure they all work in harmony, to power the incredibly complex engine of modern global commerce. And that brings us to a final thought I'd like to leave you with. As globalization continues and technology evolves at a faster and faster pace, what do you think will be the next major challenge for supply chain managers? It's a critical question, and one that will define the future of this entire field.